All right, guys, so today what we're going to do with the Figaro is tally up everything we need to order for it and try to get it all in one swipe. Now, we've been looking at it, and we'll bring the light over here so you guys can see. We're going to walk you through what's going on with this thing. So, engine-wise, we got our new battery in finally. It was definitely a struggle to find a good one, a new one from Walmart. We have two OEM-style new battery terminals. This has a whole wire. So now that is all functioning. Remember, it had the tiny little weird JDM cables on it. I'll show you here. I'll hold it next to the other one. You can see it's so small that it would never fit on a regular battery. Ever, ever, ever. So that's all good. That functions very well. Immediately, as soon as we hook the battery up, we figure out the brake lights were stuck on. If you guys ever done Honda stuff, you know that the brake light switch, what happens is that it has a little hole in the pedal. The switch itself has to press against that little tab, the plastic tab, and the brake light switch works a little bit different in other cars. So essentially, whenever you're not pushing on the brake pedal, the switch is compressed. And whenever as soon as you push on the brake, it opens the switch and turns the lights on. The trick for the Honda situation, all the Japanese cars do this. The piece of plastic breaks out, you just put a bolt into place, so the switch goes against the bolt head, and it works perfectly. Did that, real easy. I actually just had to do that on a Civic not more than a month ago for somebody else. So anyhow, what we're gonna do here, we have our list of stuff drawn up here, and one thing I do want to add to the list is spark plug wires. So we're gonna go ahead and do, let's see, the timing kit. So if you look over on the other side here, the timing belt's been done at 143,000 kilometers, right? Right now it's 160, so it's 20,000 kilometers ago it was done. But it has a date on it of 2014. So it's 8 years old-ish, getting on 9. I think probably it's gonna be the best thing to do is get the kit. So to put the timing belt kit on this, we're just gonna have to take off, support the engine, take off the engine mount. There's 3 bolts. There's a plastic cover of 10 mils. Like, you can't get any easier. Why not do it? So the timing belt kit with this one comes with the belt, timing belt, the timing belt tensioner, both drive belts. The drive belts look good, but I'm assuming they're done probably the same time. And this thing was imported probably somewhere between 2018 and 2019 is what we're assuming. So somebody has put a new alternator on it. We did check it. It does charge. Now that it has a battery in it, it does charge 14.3 volts. So everything is good with that. But yeah, the kit comes with timing belt, timing tensioner, all the drive belts. It comes with oil filter. It comes with air filter, and I believe spark plugs. I don't think it comes with wires. We're probably gonna go and change the wires also if I could find them. They're not bad. The car doesn't run bad. A little bit of a rough idle, but we have to adjust the lifters, which we'll do that today. Also, what I'm gonna do is go and get a new valve cover gasket coming, because if we gotta take that off today to do that, maybe we'll get an extra one coming no matter what. And we showed in yesterday's video that the struts were leaking. And we went back and forth on this. We're probably gonna go ahead and do the struts. The front one, the bump stops are like just rotten on. It's old, just old stuff. You can push the car up and down and it does this nonsense. That can be very dangerous for sure. We're probably gonna get all 4 struts. All 4 struts for this for about 160 bucks for the factory struts. 160 pounds, so probably 200 bucks, our money, 50 bucks a piece for everything, and then it'll handle correctly. Let me see here. Spark plug wires, we'll put a question mark by that. We'll try to get those for sure. Spark plugs, the timing belt kit does come with that, so we'll get that. That was $100 for the whole kit. That include the timing belt, tensioner, air filter, oil filter, idler pulley, and belts, and spark plugs. Let me see here. Front main seal. We looked under the car, and the front main seal looks like it may be seeping a little bit on the crankshaft. I'm just gonna try to get a new crankshaft seal, a new cam seal while we're there. Let's let's be honest here. Why not? That stuff probably costs next to nothing. Whoever ends up with this car in the future is going to be very happy that we did that then, and it's all fresh. That's stuff that cost us no money and no effort to do. Why not do it? Why be a lazy ass and not do it? The other thing is the transmission filter. We have not driven this car but often on the trailer. Everything functioned right. We're going to try to get a new transmission filter and change the fluid just because time-wise, it's like way too long. Now, what somebody has done here, they have put a brand new master cylinder in it. It's like brand new. The fluid's brand new and it's like very, very fresh. Also, somebody's changed the power steering fluid. It's also very fresh. Just to make sure it's not leaking anywhere. It doesn't look like it is leaking. And then the next thing is, we're going to the back of the car here. That's pretty much it for the engine. All the brakes look very good. We won't know until we take it all apart, but I don't think there's going to be a thing to do with the brakes. So this is missing a little tonneau cover. The word on the street, they're like 20 some bucks. Maybe they're 40 bucks. I think it'd be worth spending that kind of money to get that done. And also, let Phil zoom in here. You can see it. The radio knob is missing for the volume control. We're going to see that radio has all the Japanese frequencies. We tried the CD player a while ago. It just spits the CD back out. It won't play it. There's upgraded stereo. But there again, how far do we go with this thing? And then we have to get... So the interior is ivory colored. These seats have been resprayed. And they're like bright white. Okay. All this stuff is ivory. All the interior panels. It's dirty. We're going to clean that. But I'd like to find the stuff we did for the E36 M3 seats in the same ivory color. Because we could wipe that on with a sponge. This thing will look freaking mint if we could find that in this color. And that will not come off. It'll be like a factory fresh finish. Also, these trim pieces back here on the exterior are a little bit faded. Those are just white though. That's not ivory. So we could probably definitely take this piece off and fix that pretty easily. The next thing is, well, I'm gonna open this door, let Philip get in here. The carpet is a shade of green. Let me rephrase that. The carpet was a shade of green. Now it's a shade of brownish green and all the other stuff. I would love to be able to find the correct carpet dye for this thing. So we're gonna look for that. We'll take the carpet out. We'll steam it all off real good, let it dry out, and we'll put some high grade carpet dye on there. Stuff like that will not come off. It'll make this car a million times better. This kind of stuff, like this is appealing. It's probably appealing to you guys to see us do this cosmetic stuff. And it's also appealing to us because we're not rebuilding V10s. We're not doing any crazy stuff. That's why I bought this car for something else to mix in on the channel. We're not going to stop doing V10 stuff. We're not going to stop doing all other stuff. But what we're going to do is mix it up a little bit with this. So everybody has something to watch. Let's be honest here. We have 4,000 or 5,000 or 6,000 people watch this V10 stuff. But if you don't have a V10 car, or you don't have a desire to get a V10 car, you're not going to watch it. And that's the same thing with all the videos. The Nissan Figaro is so crazy. It should do well. People should like it. Let's be honest here, the first video is not doing well. But it's a brand new car for the channel. So it takes time for people to find this stuff. And we may start mixing in like one crazy car along with BMW content. So more people have stuff to watch. You know, especially like we're waiting on, we got the M5 tires in today. We gotta wait till Monday to get them put on. So this weekend we'll be working on the M5. We'll probably post a video on that. But in the meantime, if we don't, we have content here to do on this. And then the last thing is, like I was just talking about, somebody did spray these seats, sprayed them with some kind of spray dye stuff. Come over here where I'm at, you can see it best. And they are bright white, and they are like stiff to the touch. As you can see here, the beading on the seats is supposed to be green to match the car. It is not green, it is sprayed white. See, it's like hard. The seats aren't bad shape, but should we go, we have 2 options on these, we have 3 options on the seats. The new covers for the front seat are over $1,000. The covers for the front and rear seat are $2,300. I don't know if we have budget for that. The word on the street is that from the body shop guy, there's a new lady doing upholstery that's close to us. If she could recover these seats for $500 or $600 or $700, I would kind of be down with that. Especially if you could find the factory leather, or maybe she has access to get the pre-done leathers. I don't know. That's an option. The other option is if we could find the correct ivory color dye, do we dye these ivory with the wipe-on stuff? Will that take over that? I don't know. Those are all questions we have to ask. But like, we need to look up and see what color is this supposed to be besides nasty. We need to look up and make sure everything's period correct for the car. What else was there? There was something else. Oh, this pillar has a crack in it. This A pillar, the plastic's on it. So is the other one. You can probably show them the other one over there easier. What do we do with that? I'm a little bit afraid we take those pillars out, that if that's cracked, it's going to be brittle. That's usually the case with all the other cars we do. But is it the case with this? I really don't know. That's something to look into. But yeah, like I said, we tried the AC. The AC functions correctly. It may or may not need a little bit of a charge, but it seems like it was good. But it would kind of shut off and on, like it's a little overfull or a little underfull. This is a R12 system. The antenna, we pulled it up. We get, one station in the shop here on the radio. And so it all depends on how far you want to go with it. We have, as far as we know, no lights out anywhere. We need to verify that and make sure. And look at me. I'm going to act like I know how to turn the lights on this thing, but actually I have no possible idea. No idea. We'll figure that out too. Anything else you can think of? We need to clean the trunk out. Now, I did order 4 tires for this thing. The tire situation is, these are 165/70 R12. There's not a lot of 12-inch wheels in the United States. Polaris Razors use 12-inch wheels on some of those. There's some small trailer tires that are 12-inch wheels. We can't use either one of those tires on this car, obviously. There's one company on Amazon, eBay, I think, selling the tires we need for this car. They were off-brand tires, these little bitty tires. They wanted pretty much $700 for them. And I'm just not going to pay that. I'm not going to pay it because somebody shipped those over from England or from Japan and quadruple the price on them. We're just not going to do that. So what we did, I got on eBay, there is several tire shops in the UK that sell tires for this. So we got 4 brand new tires for it. I'm wanting to say it was 245 or 246 shipped for all 4 tires. So we have that on its way here. That should be here within about a week and a half. Then we could actually go drive it. We cannot drive it like it is because the tires are pretty much square. The last thing we want to do is blow a tire and mess up the fender on this car. And that brings us to the very last thing. This has a scuff right here. It's not dented. Looks like somebody drug it across something. We may, in fact, have the body shop do that. I don't think it'll cost very much. He has trim right here to break the clear coat at. So what he'd have to do, he would have to essentially sand this down, fix it. He'd have to rough the whole panel up, sand the whole panel down, not the metal, just so you can re-clear. He'd have to paint this with the color and clear the whole panel. And he could break it at this trim piece right here. There's also a little bit of paint cracking up here, and this trim is a little bit dented. So maybe an opportunity for us to fix that. We got lucky on a lot of stuff on this car. All the convertible top pieces seem to be all good. No issue with that. Also, the dashboard is not cracked. It's the factory green dashboard. So the dashboard is supposed to be the cord trim on the seats, and the center of the steering wheel is all green, and the carpet to match the car. So yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on this car. What do you think we are to do? I think the rest of the paint is really good shape. we're pretty much going to wipe it down with some arrangement of cleaner, acetone, or paint thinner to get any kind of residual film off of it. We'll go back, we'll do like some glazing compound with the random orbit buffer, just something real mild. Maybe some Meguiar's 105 that has any kind of little bits in it. And we'll get this paint cleaned up very, very nice. There's tiny little chips there. I mean, it's like, how far do you go? What is this car worth with 99,000 miles on it? What do I think it's worth, 99,000 miles? Somewhere between 15, 16, and 20 grand, like anywhere in that spread. Depends on who has one for sale at the time. But I think we have a little bit of fair advantage over with this car and all the rest of the cars here, because you get to see us do everything. If you buy one of these from an importer, if you can even find one, you don't know about rust. It's going to have all kinds of cosmetic and mechanical issues. And when we're done with this one, it'll have none of that. If we do the seats in it, we're probably closer to 18 out of it. We're getting pretty far up there in price though. So we got to be aware of what we spend versus what we need. What we don't need is a windshield. The windshield's not cracked, that's good. We need to put windshield wipers on our list. Those have probably been crusty for 20 years so far. We don't want any of that stuff coming off. We want somebody to be able to buy this, just get in and drive. We want somebody to be able to buy this. If they live an hour or two away, they could just drive here, get in it, and drive it home and not have a worry in the world's gonna break down. That's what we're going for. So yeah, let me know what you think. And that's gonna be it. We'll be back very soon. Probably the next video is gonna be an M5 video. We're getting close, boys, on that one. We're getting close. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.